following is a presentation of Radio Plus Sports. Radio Plus Sports.
Barfnet there for the rebound. Crossover with the right hand. Throws it up for Johnson. Johnson spinning his way inside the paint with the elbow up and in. Bounce with the right hand. Hands off. Here comes Morgan. Dumps it. Good pass down low. Got it. For the Spartans, Ava Engel for Aubrey Leonard. Leonard, duel, dumps it down low. Madigan, and the hoop and the harm. Looks for Barfnet, long clutch three, got it. Lindsay pushes tempo near side. Looking for Shea in the corner, now takes it, now flips it. Shea, three, book it. Zimmerman, he'll try the right side with 7:10 left to play. Nobody steps out, and Mr. Blank says, why not?
Edward Jones Representatives in Fond du Lac, Integrity Saw and Tool, Bauer Chiropractic, Fondy Family Dental, Baker Cheese.
Right Way Home Improvement, Quest Interiors, Addison Jones Real Estate, Holiday Automotive, Taco Bell,
Bristol Morgan Bank, Coal, Oil and Propane, Pioneer Pit Stop, Marco Tax Service,
Pizza Ranch, the National Exchange Bank and Trust, Moraine Park Technical College, Silica for your home.
Rademan Stone and Landscape, Dufresne Moving and Storage, Winfield Homes, Everson Law Office, Bob's Pizza.
Airtech, Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Musa Sheet Metal, Scotty's Auto Works, St. Mary Springs Academy, Canberra Casino,
Fond du Lac Credit Union, Hopper's Silk Screen and All-Star Trophy, New Medical Center, Muthig Industries, Pino Construction,
Len's Truck Center, Fox Valley Savings, American Family Insurance Agent Brad Tagliapietra, BCI Burke, Marian University, Into the Woods Wellness, Smith Buildings.
Today's game is also presented by International Paper and Will Sport. Lighting and control systems made in Fond du Lac.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth.
Good Tuesday evening to you. Glad to have you along with us here on RadioPlusInfo.com. And we got another Flyway Conference battle coming at you here this evening. It's the Campbellsport Cougars, who are struggling a little bit in the Flyway Conference this season after losing a lot of experience from a season ago. And they take on the St. Mary Springs Academy Ledgers here from Hutter Gymnasium. And always great to be here at the campus, on the campus of St. Mary's Springs. They always take real good care of us here, and we are about 14, 15 minutes until we will get things going on the introduction, or excuse me, the warm-ups for both of these teams. And got the JVs out there right now, and Springs has an 8-point lead. Springs JV won. Now there are a couple of juniors on there, Emmett Hoon on there, who would really contribute to this varsity team if that were the case, but. This is a JV team that they can score the basketball now, and Campbellsport's done a nice job against them here in this first half. But once that JV game's done, we'll be ready to roll here between the 9-6 Ledgers and the 3-11 Cougars, and it would be easy to kind of look at that and think that tonight's a game that would potentially, get out of hand. But look at the first time these two met. It was a 61-53 win for Springs, only 8 points on the road down there in Campbellsport. And they got 14 from Noah Mowell, 13 from John Kuhn, and Ben Anderson chipped in 11 the first time around. And really the showstopper of this first matchup was the 26 points dropped by Ethan Pickering. Pickering number 2, and we'll get to him coming up a little bit later on, but one of these senior guards for Campbellsport, and he was able to go off for a season high. And we're talking to Coach Krieger, and you'll hear that interview in a couple of minutes coming up here, but he wants his team to remember that they gave up the season high to Ethan Pickering earlier this season, and maybe motivate his guys to shut him down a little bit. But Pickering, 12 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, and then about 3.5 assists per night for Ethan Pickering, someone who Coach Krieger called a top 10 player in the Flyway Conference. On Friday, Springs coming off a loss. They lost 81-67, a 14-point loss at WLA, but prior to that, won their last 3. So I think this is still a Springs team that's playing well at the moment. Campbellsport, meanwhile, on Friday as well, 62-40, a 22-point home loss against Omro. Omro still undefeated atop the Flyway Conference standings. Campbellsport lost their last 4. 6 of their last 7 have been losses, and they've only won 1 conference game on the season. Elsewhere in the flyway, Laconia hosts Amro hosts Laconia. WLA is at North Fond du Lac, and Lemire travels to Mayville. Those are the 4 conference games here tonight. We're going to take a timeout. Back in 3 minutes here with our Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. We'll get that rolling on a little bit later on. We'll hear our Coach's Smile interview, get our keys to the game, starters, and much more. All of that in the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. That starts right after this.
Planning a new building, whether it's commercial, ag, or residential, you need a building that will last. You need Pinot. Our experienced design-build team will make your vision a reality. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to PinotBuildings.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, built better for future generations.
Did you know that 70% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings account? That might not sound like a big deal until you have a major medical incident. Many insurance plans can require you to pay almost $9,000 out of pocket, making it nearly impossible to cover that expense. But this doesn't have to be your situation. Introducing MedElite by Evolution Benefits Association. A MedElite membership is a safety net of benefits that helps protect your family, your home, and your lifestyle when unexpected expenses occur. MedElite helps you pay those bills by giving every member access to a choice of benefits, including $10,000 of accident coverage, accidental death and dismemberment, life insurance, and critical illness coverage, and $300 per week disability income. Imagine the peace of mind you'll have knowing that your financial future is more secure, so you could focus on your recovery. That's MedElite.
Will Sport by Wisconsin Lighting Lab. Sports lighting and control systems made in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Will Sport, a premium sports lighting system. Factory direct application and product support, along with its full line of complete LED lighting solutions, will transform your athletic facility to the next level. Create an unforgettable fan and player experience. To get started with upgrading your outdoor or indoor sports venue, visit willbrands.com.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show getting underway here on RadioPlusInfo.com. Thanks for joining us here this Tuesday evening. A conference Tuesday evening around the local area. And give you those flyway conference standings. We teased out the matchups that are happening tonight. Amro mentioned they're at, home against Laconia. Got that one figured out now. Amro is 8-0 in the flyway. WLA sits in second, 7-1. Lemire coming off a thumping of North Fond du Lac, head to Mayville. They're 6-2 in third place in the flyway, and they got a couple game cushion over both Springs and Laconia. Springs and Laconia tied for fourth at 4-4 in the flyway, and that's a little bit surprising, I would say, considering what we expected in the preseason. Certainly some of those preseason polls that you get in the media. Sixth place in the flyway is 2-6 Mayville team. Seventh is Campbellsport, 1-7. That's who Springs has here tonight. And then North Fond du Lac, 0-8 in the flyway, and they got a tough one against one of the front runners, WLA, here tonight. So those are the flyway standings, and we'll see down the last third of the season here and certainly the second half of flyweight play. It's going to start getting tight up near the top with Lomira, WLA, and Amro really being the three bona fide contenders in the conference. Springs so far this season averaging 66.7 points per game. Campbellsport 46 points per game. So after playing WLA on Friday for Springs, a team that scores at near 80 points per game, talking about WLA, here goes Springs against a Campbellsport team that averages much, much less than that. In fact, about 30 points less than WLA does. So you expect this to maybe be a much different game than what they had on Friday. Friday was run and gun, let's get after it. And I think tonight you're going to look at a game that maybe sometimes gets grinded to a halt. So there you go, a little bit of the first look at this matchup here between Springs and Campbellsport. Lenz Truck Center, each week, Lenz Truck will feature a play of the game on Radio Plus. At the end of the season, you'll have a chance to go to radioplusinfo.com and vote on your favorite, and that's presented by Lenz Truck Center. Here was this week's Lenz Truck Center play of the game.
Well, Lenz Truck Center play of the game today comes from Winnebago Lippert Academy. The Vikings took on the Ledgers in a huge Wisconsin Flyweight Conference boys basketball game this past Friday. The game was close at the half, but then WLA pulled away and got an 81-67 win at home.
And they'll just lob it straight into Noah Mowell, who finds Lucas. Cutting through is Kuhn. Top of the key with Baker. He's the guy you got to watch out for from three. Pretty much I don't want to say the only one, but statistically, he is far and away their best perimeter shooter. Here is Krusik. Down to the corner with Kuhn. Off balance, got past Gensler. Up with Kuhn on the left side, finishes.
This is our Lenz Truck Center play of the game. Lenz Truck Center, again, thanks as they sponsor our play of the game each and every week.
If you want a truck or an SUV, go to Lenz till you like what you see. Hundreds of trucks all on one lot. If you want a truck, it's what we've got. Lenz Truck, Lenz Truck. We got the trucks at Lenz Truck.
We got the trucks.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. Their design and selections perfectly crafted for you. With access to hundreds of floor plans, they start by getting to know you and your unique needs. Then, with budget, layout, and family in mind, Smith Builders design partners will hand select the best options, customizing them to fit your precise needs. The process continues in their showroom and partner galleries, where you're guided through the products and fixtures on display, customizing each selection in your new home. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Joint or spine pain holding you back from the activities you love? Exhausted from relying on pain medications? Dreading the thought of steroid shots or invasive surgery? At New Medical Center, we believe in tapping into your body's own natural healing abilities. Our cutting-edge regenerative treatments use your body's own natural biologics to repair and restore damaged tissues. Imagine getting back to a life of movement and freedom in one simple in-office procedure. No downtime, no lengthy hospital stays, and no painful recovery. Isn't it time you reclaimed your life from pain? Call us at 920-324-9899 or visit us online at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899. New Medical Center, 160 Gateway Drive in Waupun. What are you waiting for? Get back to living pain-free. Call New Medical Center now.
Well, Welcome back in here to the Integrity Saw Tool pregame show. This is the Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview. Go see Dr. Chad and his crew. They'll make you smile before, after, and even during your appointment. Here with Coach Kyle Krieger with Springs basketball. And Coach, tough one on Friday night, but even including that game, again, I think since the turn of the new year, it seems like your team is starting to get into a little bit of a stride. That was a tough team you played on Friday night.
Yeah, WLA played really well, especially in the second half. And, after watching the video, we gave some points away. And, we were not on top of our game. But I didn't even think about it until my ride home from WLA. But that was our third game in 5 days. And it's like, well, that's enough basketball in 1 week, especially when we play with the intensity and the pace that we do. Not to make an excuse, they outplayed us in the second half. And at one point, I called the early timeout in the second, and I just told the guys, it looks like we didn't even practice. We were prepared, knew that they were going to go to that zone in the second half. We thought we were ready for it, but we were not the first 4 minutes for sure.
Maybe a little bit of a different flavor here tonight, contrasting styles with WLA. Campbellsport is a team that likes to slow it down, only averages 46 or so points a game. What kind of unique challenges do the Cougars present?
Well, our guys kind of get their undies in a bundle, right? And it's like, all right, let's go, let's hurry up. And, it's a different style of ball. Now you watch their last two games, and one game they played 1-3-1 almost exclusively. The other game they played man-to-man exclusively. So, of course, we've prepared for both, right? And, we'll see what's happening. We'll see which shooting arms show up today. If it's, I hope it's not the shooting eyes or whatever from last Friday, and I hope it's from earlier in the week. But, we're prepared, and we'll see what they give us. And, there are times when we'll try to speed them up a little bit, and other times when we're going to have to be patient and let them come to us.
Ethan Pickering, we were just talking to it before we hit record here, and he's a guy who had 26 against you guys, just about half their points the first time you guys played. What did you see from him in terms of what he was able to have success against you guys offensively?
Yeah, he had a great game. I don't know if it's a career high, but I know it's a season high. So needless to say, that's on the board, 26 season high against the Ledgers. But, he had a really nice game. Inside out, I think he hit 2 threes. He hit the pull-up game. He did the offensive rebounding deal. He's a legit player, and one of the top 10 players in the conference, I think, for sure. And he's got good length, so he does a pretty good job defensively as well. And then they have other guys on the team as well. And the first time nobody else was in double figures, they didn't hurt us, but we sure did have trouble with him. And I'm hoping that, that won't be the case tonight. And, hopefully we're a little bit more focused defensively.
We haven't really talked about these two specifically since early on in the season, but how happy and how pleased have you been with the leadership that your two captains, John Kuhn, Noah Mowell, those two have provided for your guys so far?
Yeah, they're definitely, probably our two hardest working guys. Both of them kind of lead by example. They're not, a cheerleader type, but they just kind of nose to the grindstone. And, you can't ask for anything more in terms of their work ethic. Now, as a coach, right, you would love to have somebody that can maybe step up and maybe lead with more of a voice sometimes, or maybe somebody that is really good at holding teammates accountable. But, they're both really nice guys, and, that's not their personality. So other guys, we do have two captains, but there are other guys that lead as well, in different ways. So, I have no complaints with either one of them. There are two leading scorers. They both do the job offensively and defensively. And it's nice to know that we'll have Noah coming back next year. And we want this last third of a season, as we're getting to about that point, we want that to go really well for our seniors as well, including John. So, it's nice to know we'll have Noah back, and, we want to keep her going for John and our seniors.
Kind always an opportunity to get right back at it, Coach. That's how this time of year, 3-4 games a week, it seems like by this point in the year, and an opportunity for you guys to get back on track. Good luck. Go get them tonight.
All right, thanks. Except our next game isn't until next Tuesday, so we got all kinds of time to practice, which the players will hate, but the coaches will love. But thanks for coming again.
You bet. There you go. That's Coach Krieger. Appreciate him, as always, taking a few minutes out with us here. This is the Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile interview. Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show rolls on after this. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. As an estimator, moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high-quality manner. It's all of your goods on the move or in storage, and you want it cared for, whether it's moving their business, building a new home, moving out of state, moving across town. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac, making your move and storage of goods simple. Guess what? We are hiring at Dufresne Moving and Storage for labor and driving positions. Stop in at 800 Morris Street for an application and interview. Stop now.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagla Petra today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
Camden is a student from the Fond du Lac community. He joins us to give his wellness journey from Into the Woods Wellness.
Back in May, I started to get very tired, and I wasn't sure what was really going on with me. It started progressively getting worse, really high fever. I just really wasn't getting out of bed much. And that's when I went to my doctor. They took my blood, told me I had mono. My symptoms slowly went away, but what stayed behind was the fatigue and exhaustion. I was falling asleep, I was always tired. My mom mentioned that there was a place I could go get these IV treatments that would hopefully help me. I got my first IV treatment. I felt a little bit better. Went back week after week. By about the third week, I was feeling just amazing. I hadn't felt like this in several months. I was up again. I was hanging out with my friends. I could go to work full days, and I felt like a totally new person again.
Log on intothewoodsjourney.com. Into the Woods Wellness, where you can start your own wellness journey.
Are you or a loved one living with the discomfort and hopelessness of peripheral neuropathy? The tingling, the numbness, the life-altering pain? Are you tired of taking medications that only mask the symptoms or don't work at all? You don't have to live like that anymore. Introducing New Medical Center, your beacon of hope in the fight against peripheral neuropathy. Our team of dedicated specialists uses the latest advancement in medical technology to help you regain control of your life. Our personalized treatment plans are designed to reduce your pain, improve your balance, and restore your quality of life, all while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. We believe in a holistic approach, combining cutting-edge therapies and lifestyle changes that can slow down, stop, or even reverse the progression of your disease to help you live your life to the fullest. Don't let peripheral neuropathy hold you back. Take the first step towards a pain-free life. Call New Medical Center today at 920-324-9899 or visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899. Because you deserve to live without pain.
Back here at Hutter Gymnasium, Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show rolls on. Jordan King with you here on Radio Plus Info. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday evening. And Springs JV's starting to do what they do just about every game, which is pull away late. And a couple of, well, one missed dunk, but one alley-oop to Emmett Hune, the 6'7", 200-pound junior. That dominates for Springs JV1 team. Coming up in about 4 minutes left in that one, then we'll get warmed up and ready to roll here for the varsity game between the 9 and 6 St. Mary Springs Ledgers and Campbellsport 3-11 on the season. And appreciate Coach Krieger, by the way, joining us and sitting down and giving us a few minutes for the Coach's Smile interview. International Paper presents Your Keys to the Game. Apply today at jobs.internationalpaper.com. And I think it's going to be, can Campbellsport kind of slow this thing down a little bit? But also, Campbellsport's a above average, I would say, three-point shooting team as you look across certainly the area, but a lot of teams overall, if you're shooting above 30% as a team, you're probably all right. And for Campbellsport to only have 3 wins, shooting 30% for 3, I think is a little bit surprising. Now, they only shoot it at a 39% clip from the field, so certainly that is not a good shooting percentage, but that 30% from 3, it's better than Springs. It's better than a lot of teams that you'll see. Ethan Pickering shoots it at a 35% clip. Mason Williker, 41.5% from 3. And then Owen Bong as well, he shoots it 32% from 3. So you got 3 fairly proficient three-point shooters for Campbellsport. So can they get into their style of a game where maybe they slow it down, maybe they can grind out possessions and then hit some big shots at the end of those possessions? If that's the case, maybe they're able to hang around like they did at home early in the conference season when they lost to Springs by 8. For Springs, got to continue to dominate the glass. This is a Campbellsport team that has been out-rebounded much of the season. On average, they get out-rebounded by 6 boards per game, and Springs has dominated almost every game this year on the glass. They average 10 more rebounds than their opponents. So for Springs, continue to dominate the glass. Can they force Campbellsport into some mistakes? Can they speed up the pace and play at a little bit quicker of a pace than a 46-point per game clip? I think that's for Springs their key to the game. So as you might expect with 2 teams that play at different paces and average about 20 points per game difference, Springs at 66.7, right about 67 points per game, and Campbellsport at 46 points per game. Whoever can win kind of the battle of the pace tonight will certainly feel like they have a shot at the very least. Springs on the season shoots it at 40.6% from the field and just 27.1 from 3. They don't have a single shooter outside of Ben Baker, the sophomore for Springs. He shoots at 37%. After that, you got to go all the way down to Ben Anderson at 27.9% for the best three-point shooter. So the deep ball, that is not Springs' specialty, but they dominate you on the glass. They get the deflections on the defensive side of the basketball floor, and then they want to get out and run. And when they do, look for Noah Mao, look for John Kuhn, a couple of guys that when they get their heads kind of head down in transition, these guys are tough guys to stop. Those are your International Paper keys to the game. Again, apply today at jobs.internationalpaper.com. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we'll be just about ready for warm-ups. We will have our Bauer Chiropractic injured, as well as our Sargento Cheese starting lineups. All of that when we return. This is the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show, and it rolls on after this.
Come on. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, come on, show me. Come on. Come on. Well, come on. Come on. Yeah. Good boy. Come here. Come on.
Jackson, are you going to come over here?
Here at International Paper, I've gotten much more experience than I have elsewhere. I've seen more in the field than I have anywhere else.
I started from the bottom and I've worked my way up. The people's what make it great. Nobody wants to see anybody fail.
You want a job to where you can display your skills, they can be valued, you can move forward based off your own ability and your ability to learn more. That's IP.
Did you know that 70% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings account? That might not sound like a big deal until you have a major medical incident. Many insurance plans can require you to pay almost $9,000 out of pocket, making it nearly impossible to cover that expense. But this doesn't have to be your situation. Introducing MediLead by Evolution Benefits Association. A MedElite membership is a safety net of benefits that helps protect your family, your home, and your lifestyle when unexpected expenses occur. MedElite helps you pay those bills by giving every member access to a choice of benefits, including $10,000 of accident coverage, accidental death and dismemberment, life insurance, and critical illness coverage, and $300 per week disability income. Imagine the peace of mind you'll have knowing that your financial future is more secure, so you could focus on your recovery. That's MedElite.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Hi, I'm Brock Rademan with the Rademan Stone and Landscape Company. As the first member of our fourth generation family-owned business, I'm proud to carry on the tradition of providing quality stone products to Fond du Lac and the surrounding areas. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Whether building or remodeling, veneer stone can add a natural look and feel to your home. Our natural stone is available in many different textures, sizes, colors, and cuts. Stop out at Rademan's and see our indoor-outdoor stone displays, or like us on Facebook to see some finished projects. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show continuing on here on Radio Plus Info. Jordan King with you, and happy to have you along here this evening. And ready to roll. Last night, Springs girls 42-35 winners against Manitowoc Roncalli in a non-conference game. Their next game will be right here on Radio Plus. We'll be back up here on Friday night. So if you're a Springs fan, we'll be along for WLA Springs on the girls' side. We were at WLA on Friday for the boys' version of the same game, and we'll be along on Friday night. But tonight, Campbellsport and Springs getting ready to hook it up here. The 1-7 Cougars in the flyway, and Springs 4-4 in conference play. In the preseason Mr. Basketball the basketball yearbook by Mark Miller, Laconia was predicted to win the flyway conference. WLA predicted to come in second, Springs third. You look at that, and WLA is the only one really holding their own in terms of those projections. Omro coming out of nowhere, Lemira coming out of nowhere as top three teams in the flyway conference. WLA up there at 7-1. But Springs certainly a little bit lower than maybe they would have expected. They have two losses, two of their four losses coming to WLA, one to Lemira and then the other to Omro. Those are the four losses for Springs, and make no doubt about it, WLA, I'm sure, is happy to be past Springs on the second go-around, because Springs is going to have their say in who wins the flyway. They have to play Omro, Lemira, and Laconia again, so Springs, there's no doubt about it. It doesn't matter if Springs would even lose tonight. They're going to have a say in who wins the flyway, because it's a tough team that you got to take care of, and WLA, the only team so far to play them for the second time. First meeting, we told you about it a couple of times, but a 61-53 win for Springs at Campbellsport. Ethan Pickering had 26 for the Cougars in the loss. Just didn't get much help. He was the only player in double figures. Emmett Gonnering was the next leading scorer for the Cougars. He had 9 points. So 26 down to 9 for Campbellsport the first time these two met. There's the horn. These two teams have 15 minutes to warm up, and we're just about ready to roll here at Hutter Gymnasium. Always a great place to take in a basketball game. It's a phenomenal facility, and always appreciate athletic director and girls coach Mitch Reddig for getting us set up here, and we're ready to roll. Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show rolls on here. Only one kind of highlight to tell you about with our Bauer Chiropractic injury report. You got pain? See Shane, and Dr. Shane Bauer and his crew will get you fixed up right over there at Bauer Chiropractic. And they're just going to see, Springs just going to see here in warm-ups how Caden Pitts is getting after it. A little bit of an ankle for Caden Pitts, who has been a monster for Springs on the glass over the last last handful of games, and he's starting to come into his own on the offensive side of the floor as well. He's all the way up to 6 points and 7.2 rebounds per game, and many of those coming on the offensive side of the floor as well for Caden Pitts. So Pitts will be in the starting lineup if he's good to go. They're going to test that out. He may not start here tonight, and he may come off the bench in a limited role for Springs. That's the only player that I'm told for either team that's either going to be limited or not go here this evening, although there is a couple of Cougars standing underneath the bench, or underneath the basket, and got a boot on down there as well. So there you go. The Sargento Cheese starting lineups. Start your new career at careers.sargento.com, and we'll start with the visiting Cougars. Number 34 is Emmett Gonering. We told you in the first matchup had 9 points. Gonering averages 5.1 points and 4.5 rebounds per game. Number 11 is Jace Gable. And Gable for the Cougars is a 6-foot sophomore. Gable is the third leading scorer, 5.8 points per game, let's call it 3 rebounds per game, and 2.5 assists per night for the Cougars. Number 4 is Luke Pendowski, a 5'11 junior guard. Pendowski averages 3.3 points per game and just under 3 rebounds per night as well. Mason Williker wears number 3, a 5'8 senior. Williker averages 5.5 points per night, and the leading scorer for the Cougars is number 2, Ethan Pickering, a 6'2 senior guard for the Cougars, averages 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 3.2 assists per evening for the Cougars. Once again, 34 Gonering, 11 Gable, 4 Pendowski, 3 Williker, 2 Pickering, the starters for Campbellsport. For St. Mary's Springs Academy, again, this is if Caden Pitts can go. We'll tell you the alternative in just a second if he can't. But number 2 is Ben Baker. He is a 5'10", 160-pound sophomore guard. Baker starting to come into his own and does not look like a sophomore out on the floor when he's able to handle the ball under some pressure. Baker, 7 points, 4.5 rebounds, 3.2 assists, and gets 3 deflections per game. And starting sophomore guard. Number 5 is Caden Krusik, a 6-foot senior forward for the Springs Ledgers. 5.5 points, 2.6 rebounds, and gets about 2 deflections per game. Number 10 is John Kuhn, one of the 2 captains, and the only senior captain. The other captain is actually Noah Mowell, who's a junior. And Kuhn, 6'2", 190-pound guard. And when he gets going in transition, he's a tough man to stop. Only man that's maybe tougher than that is Noah Mowell. We'll get to him in a second. 13.3 points per game, 4.3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 deflections per game for John Kuhn. Noah Mowell, mentioned him. He's the leading scorer for Springs. Wears number 21. He's a 6'3", 220-pound junior forward. Averages 16.3 points per game, 9 rebounds per game. Gets out into the passing lanes, has a couple of steals per game, and he also shoots the free throw at an exceptional 76% for the Ledgers. And rounding it out will be Caden Pitts if he's able to go. 6'4", 205, junior forward, and we gave you his statistics just a moment ago. If he's not able to go, Caden Pitts, we will see Sam Lucas, number 1, a 6'1", 180-pound senior guard who provides tremendous length for the Springs Ledgers. And Sam Lucas averages 6.5 points, 2 rebounds, couple of assists, couple of deflections per game. And it's good for, first couple of games we called, Sam Lucas was out with an injury. You can just tell he's starting to get back into it, and as he becomes more comfortable for Springs, I think Springs is going to kind of reach a new level here in this last portion of the season. I'm sure Coach Krieger is certainly hoping for that from Sam Lucas. So there you go. 2 Baker, 5 Krusik, 10 Kuhn, 21 Mowell, 23 Pitts. If Pitts not able to go, we'll see number 1, Sam Lucas. Those are the starters for Coach Krieger and St. Mary's Springs. And our starters tonight, as always, brought to you by Sargento Cheese. Start your new career at careers.sargento.com. There you go. We'll take another timeout. We'll come back and continue to preview this matchup between Springs and Campbellsport as Springs trying to wash out that loss to WLA, get back on a new winning streak, and Campbellsport just really trying to right the ship here in the second half of the conference season. Timeout, back in 3 minutes here from Hutter Gymnasium. Stay with us.
What can I do for you, man?
You know what? Really craving nacho fries. You guys got any of those?
Ads are working.
I don't know what you're talking about. What ads?
Oh, all the pictures I put over here in your bedroom. Oh, I put that there. See you later, man.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. Their design and selections perfectly crafted for you. With access to hundreds of floor plans, they start by getting to know you and your unique needs. Then, with budget, layout, and family in mind, Smith Builders design partners will hand select the best options, customizing them to fit your precise needs. The process continues in their showroom and partner galleries, where you're guided through the products and fixtures on display, customizing each selection in your new home. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Gas prices, home expenses, education. Will those costs always go up? Probably. At Winnebago Lutheran Academy, we can help you with one of them. We are a part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program, a program which enables qualifying families to receive a quality Christian education at no cost. That's right, zero tuition if you qualify. To learn more, visit WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
Winfield Homes is a locally owned, custom home building company of over 25 years that prides itself on great service, high quality, and providing the best building experience possible. Owners Jim Boudry and Jason Zellner are there for you every step of the way to ensure that your new home is built just the way you've dreamed it to be. With the same passion that they have for their clients' homes, Jim and Jason are proud supporters of and are personally involved in youth sports programs and are truly committed to their success. Winfield Homes wishes you all the best of luck this season.
Back here at Hutter Gymnasium, thanks for joining us here this evening. Jordan King with you, ready to roll here between Springs and Campbellsport. And Coach Elliott, just chatted with him a little bit before the game, got the starting lineups and some pronunciation for his guys. And Campbellsport, 3-11 on the season, 1-7 in conference play. This was always going to be a little bit of a rebuilding year on paper for Campbellsport, and it's certainly panning out that way as well. But you look at everything that they lost from a season ago, and you can go through the flyway, all-conference flyway from last year. They had a first-teamer, a second-teamer, and a couple of honorable mention players that they lost off of last year's team. And this was going to be a rebuilding year for them a little bit. And it's probably fair because you look at the same thing and you see all these Springs names littered on that. Springs had a tremendous team a season ago. And, I mean, a team that a lot of people expected to end up down at the Kohl Center in Madison and got knocked out by Kohler a little bit earlier than most people would have expected. Last year in the postseason, a lot of people maybe would have said that's a rebuilding year for Springs as well. But the Ledgers, it's a reload, not a rebuild for Springs, and that's what's happened here, despite the 4-4 conference record. Springs having a much better season. They're 9-6 overall, shooting 40.6% from the field, just 27% from three. That is something that is different from a season ago when you had Gavin Jans and Lucas Ramaker and tremendous shooters on the season, on the team a season ago, and it's different for Springs. There's a reason Coach Krieger always jokes about. There's a reason that they're one of the best rebounding teams in the state, and that's because they miss so many shots. If you're a bad shooting team, you end up being a good rebounding team, or you better be, or you're not going to win many games, and that's what Springs is finding out. I keep going back with Springs to since the turn of the new year. This is a team that has been on a hot streak. They lost a couple of tough ones to some good teams at the tournament, at a Christmas tournament, over in Manitowoc over the Christmas break. And since then, they started off with Oakfield in a non-conference game, won that one fairly handily. And since then, this has been a Springs team that, man, they're starting to turn a corner, in my opinion. And it's a little bit of a bump in the road on Friday, but WLA is playing some of their best basketball right now as well. They hit some shots. They had some guys shooting over 60% on Friday. So Springs, they ran into a little bit of the proverbial buzzsaw on Friday. And Coach Krieger obviously hoping that his team can get things back on the railroad tracks here tonight against the Cougars. I told you about the starting lineups presented by Sargento Cheese. Ben Baker, Caden Krusik, John Kuhn, Noah Mowell, and Caden Pitts for Springs. Ethan Pickering, Mason Williker, Luke Pendowski, Jace Gable, and Emmett Gonering, the starters for Campbellsport, who come into the game near the bottom of the Flyway Conference. Just a reminder of action elsewhere around the conference. Amro is playing at home against Laconia. That's a big one. And this is the one that Springs will still be looking at the top of the conference. You got to pretend. You got to say that you still have a shot, right? You're not a pretender just yet, right? You got to say you still have a shot at this point in the season if you're able to win out. But these are games that certainly WLA, Lomira, Springs, they're going to be looking at when a team like Laconia goes, and they're certainly good enough to beat Amro on the road. Can they sneak a win against the Foxes? WLA is at North Fond du Lac, who is 0-8 in the Flyway, and Lomira, they go to Mayville, who is 2-6 and sits bottom, third from the bottom in the conference as well. So there you go. That's the Flyway slate. As we are able throughout the night, we'll effort to try to give you some updates from around the Flyway and tell you how that kind of impacts what the Flyway standings are going to look like by the end of the night here tonight. Well, we're just about ready to roll here. Springs and the sixth leading scorer in the conference, Noah Mowell. He's also the third leading rebounder in the conference. They're getting ready to hook it up here with Campbellsport, and we will take a timeout. We'll have anthem and starters here in Hutter Gymnasium, and after that, we'll be ready for our Right Way Home Improvement opening tip-off. That comes up right after this when we finish up the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Stay with us.
I would say the best part about our relationship with Bristol Morgan is the fact that they are local and they actually are there when we need them to be. They're very responsive and they do a great job for us, so we keep coming back. I mean, you need a lending partner that's going to be there when you need them. We've had a lot of growth over the last 15 years, and specifically in the last 5. Bristol Morgan has always been here to help us find our way to that next level.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 976 East Johnson Street. Patrick Elistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses, located at 68 North Main Street. And Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Dr. Shane Bauer of Bauer Chiropractic for progressive and traditional chiropractic care. If you're in pain, Bauer Chiropractic offers unique ways to provide relief for many types of pain and conditions. New to this area is MLS Class 4 cold laser therapy, which can be very effective with treating many nagging injuries such as plantar fasciitis, tennis elbow, shoulder pain, knee pain, and many others. Pain relief and prevention are 2 reasons to see Dr. Shane Bauer at 355 North Peters Avenue, Fond du Lac, or log on BauerChiroFDL.com.
Drive confidently this winter in a new Chevy, Buick, GMC, or GM certified pre-owned model. Connect with Holiday for enticing offers like rates as low as 1.9%, plus trade assist cash and deferred payments on GMC Sierra. Get more for your trade and experience award-winning guest care. Visit our accessory showroom for the gear, add-ons, and expertise to customize your vehicle.
Come be our guest and let your new year shine bright.
Find yours and discover the difference at Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we believe in happy accidents, like in 1964, when a Buffalo, New York restaurant owner accidentally bought chicken wings instead of chicken necks. The 60s were a crazy time. Well, decades later, and the mistake-turned masterpiece is now at Pizza Ranch. Introducing our new traditional and boneless chicken wings, tossed in our signature sauces. 2 more ways to get the country's best chicken available for carryout and delivery. Maybe it wasn't an accident after all, just delicious fate. Pizza Ranch. Mmm.
For over 100 years, the name Cole is synonymous with quality fuels, lubricants, and propane. That's because Cole is the area's trusted source for farm, construction, and trucking companies, as they partner with these companies to help them achieve their unique goals. The team at Cole Oil and Propane is dedicated to serving you. They pride themselves on a customer-first approach and work hard to make sure you're satisfied. You can rely on Cole for prompt delivery, competitive prices, and quality service. Learn more at ColeOilAndPropane.com.
Since the beginning, your curious mind and imagination have guided you, where tools and technology helped you discover the world. At Moraine Park Technical College, you will train on industry-leading machines blended with hands-on learning. World-class instructors will help you shape and design your future in manufacturing. Homegrown, life-ready. Moraine Park Technical College.
Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go, with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
Back here at Hutter Gymnasium, and they're just meeting the starting lineups here in the gymnasium. Excuse me. Baker, Krusik, Kuhn, Mao, Pitts, and Pitts is going to start here tonight for Springs. Campbellsport, Pickering, Williker, Pendowski, Gable, and Gonering. Those are the starters for the Cougars. Going to wrap up the Integrity Sawn Tool pregame show with our Right Way Home Improvement opening tip-off. From doors and gutters to roofs and siding, Right Way Home Improvement has you covered. Kick off your home project today. Contact Right Way for your free estimate. Call 920-929-8999. That's 920-929-8999. Or visit rightwaybuilt.com. That's rightwaybuilt.com. That concludes the Integrity Sawn Tool pregame show. Appreciate you tuning in here tonight, and we are ready to tip things off between the Ledgers in their home whites with the blue numbers and letters and the black trim, and the visiting Campbellsport Cougars with those slick gold uniforms with the blue numbers and white trim and the letters as well. There you go. Tip is won by Noah Mowell, and Ben Baker's going to get us started walking it into the front court here on Radio Plus. This conference game between the Ledgers and the Cougars. Here's a skip pass straight to Ben Baker. He's their best three-point shooter. It looks good. It is good. And an early start for Springs with Ben Baker. 3-0 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. And last thing Coach Krieger said, he said, I hope we bring the shooting eyes and the shooting arms from earlier last week, not on Friday. Here's a steal. Baker poked it ahead to Kuhn. Kuhn's got it down the left side, up with the floater. Good. In transition, John Kuhn's got his first bucket of the game and a quick 5 points for the Ledgers, and that is just what Coach Krieger would have wanted here this evening. Into the front court comes Gable. Gable working on Baker. This one's picked off, tipped away by Pitts this time, straight to Mowell. Mowell into the front court, gets it back from Kuhn, and it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch there by Gonering, and going to be underneath inbound, for the Ledgers. Just a minute into this one, and a couple of good possessions for Springs so far. They lead at 5-0. Baker lobs it in to Pitts, who gets it over to Krusik. Near side with Baker. He wants another triple. He turns and hits again. 2 for 2 for Ben Baker, and he's got 6 of the 8 for Springs. Well, that is as good as you can draw up a first minute and 10 seconds for Coach Krieger. Down the lane here and up with the floater, good. And Williker is on the scoreboard, and Campbellsport's on the scoreboard. And nearly a steal for Gable, but he stepped out of bounds before he could save it back to his teammate. So 8-2 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard as Springs has been able to get out and run, which is something that they're able to do here tonight. I think the Cougars are going to find it tough to stick with the Ledgers. Here's Pitts down underneath, right block, up with the shot there, no good. And a good job by Pickering that time, who's got the ball here in the front court. He was able to affect that shot from Pitts. Pickering gets to the high post, kicks it out to Gonering, who's on the left wing, guarded by Caden Pitts. And he's trapped here. Ball's dead. You can hear that shouted from Springs. Coach Krieger wanted a 5-second call. And the drive here is kicked out. Here's a 3-ball, missed this time from Williker, and the rebound down to the 5'10 sophomore Baker. Here's Kuhn, gets it from Baker down the left side, missed it, had it blocked by Pickering, who got a hand on that one. And it was a good take from Kuhn, just had it stuffed. 15:45 to go in the first half here, 8-2 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. A couple of Ben Baker 3-balls are the difference early in this one. Gonering's got it between the circles, bounces down underneath to Pickering. Pickering trying to work. Excuse me, that's Williker. Pardon me. Pickering's got it now, and he's guarded by John Kuhn. Great defender for Springs. Gonering now with Pitts once again. Pitts hounding him, trying to get a 5-second count. And it back with Williker. Good patience here from Campbellsport. You know you're going to see that when you face up with the Cougars. Gable had that one just clang off the side of the rim and fall into Springs' hands defensively on the rebound. Down to the corner with Mowell. Top of the key, Baker. Looks far side with Kuhn. No, instead Mowell, left corner. He wants a 3. He's got a 3. And Noah Mowell's three-point percentage has continued to just creep up here close to 30%. He's still under it by a couple of percentage points, but he has been good from 3. Hit a couple of them against WLA on Friday. It's 11-2. First points of the night coming from 3 for Noah Mowell. Here is Pickering, crosses over, hounded by Kuhn, down to the corner. And here is Gable. Gable guarded by Baker, crosses over, spins against Baker. Ben Baker from behind pokes it out of bounds. Another deflection there for Ben Baker, and he'll end up in the stat sheet. Coach Krieger loves the deflections. It's such a great stat because it's a way for you to tell that you're taking the other team out of their rhythm. So first 3.5 minutes here, Springs able to cultivate a 9-point lead, 11-2. And coming into the game, Sam Lucas and Ben Anderson replace Baker and Pitts, respectively. Here's a 3. Pickering missed it. A little bit short on that one as Pickering fell away on the jump shot. Lucas into the front court, got it from Mowell. Jump stops at the high post. Kicks it down to the corner from Kuhn to Krusik. Missed the 3 long. Did Caden Krusik. Looked good right on line, but just a little bit strong from the senior. Behind the back with Pickering. Shovels it out. Here's Smith for 3. Caleb Smith off the bench and into the score sheet. He's got a straightaway 3, and it's 11-5. Quickly up the floor. Springs running after every opportunity. Even the made baskets. Ends up with Anderson. He responds with the 3 of his own. First time these two teams met early in the season. Anderson at 11 points. Third leading scorer behind both Mowell and Kuhn. And Springs has 4 triples here to start off tonight. I don't think they had 4. I'd have to go back in my notes. Here's a 3 that misses short, that time from Smith again. I don't think they had 4 threes all game against WLA. Blocking foul in transition, count the basket, and the foul. Anderson to the free throw line for the and 1. And hang on now, they're going to get together. The underneath referee called that as a blocking foul and one. Referee out top called it a charge, I believe. And they're going to have a conversation here to figure out what actually happened. So hang on here. We'll see. They're going to get an offensive. Check that. Yeah, there we go. Confirmation. Ben Anderson is going to pick up his first team foul on an offensive player control foul. The first foul for either team. Excuse me. Well, now they just. Oh, they're going to get. So hang on. Let's get confirmation here of what's going on. They just called a foul on both. So let's see. They have not awarded any points to Springs as of yet. So I don't know if the basket's going to count. They're calling fouls on both guys. Doesn't really seem to make much sense there. So they're going to get a confirmation of that. And no basket. There you go. There is the confirmation. So it's going to be offsetting fouls and a jump ball. Is that correct? Let's make sure we're all squared away. Just pick one. Either it's a block or a charge. You can't say well. Anyways, they have officially taken the block charge, and they have turned it into just call it both of them. So there you go. Both guys get a foul, and now they're going to let Ben Anderson shoot free throws. So first free throw is good for Ben Anderson. This doesn't seem to make a ton of sense. So I'm learning with you here at home. This is when we need a little. Oh, man, and now it's just one free throw for Ben Anderson. So these guys, I think the official scores are lost as well. They're trying to. This is the fourth time they've had the referees return to get something straightened out. Okay, so basket for Anderson is good. Free throw for Anderson also good. And offsetting fouls. And I think what Coach Elliott here is asking, how can you have offsetting fouls and account the basket and an and one? And I absolutely agree with him. It's a tough play, obviously, the block charge. I think the referees could have made that simpler on themselves and just called one or the other instead of just saying, we're going to give both of them fouls. So anyways, and one counts for Ben Anderson. Anderson's up to 6 points, and after that long delay, we have a 17-5 ball game, and Springs already up 12. Here goes Gonering down the baseline, shovels it across. That's Pendowski, kicks it out, and Pickering with a nice shot fake. Almost traveled, but did a good job to keep the pivot foot down, and he's going to head to the free throw line for his first trip to the line. And as he does so, we will hear this message.
Being a smaller organization, I think, gives us such an advantage to be able to adapt to what our customers need, especially at the small business level. They give us feedback on what's important to them and what products and services they need and are important and they value, and we can make adjustments. We can hear our customers as to what they need, and we can make adjustments relatively quickly. I think they see that, they see our flexibility, and they understand this is an organization that wants to work with us. They're not just going to do it their way, they're actually listening and hearing what we need.
So Pickering goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe, and it's back to a 10-point contest. Here is Noah Mowell on the other side of the floor for Springs, and he traveled, drug the pivot foot, did Noah Mowell, and going back the other way. So Pickering able to get himself going here tonight, had 26 the first time these two teams met, averages 12 per night, and that was one of the things that Coach Krieger said was on their board, was we allowed him to have his best night of the season so far. That's what Springs' goal was, maybe try to shut him down a little bit. Here is Gonering, who's got it between the circles, and he's guarded by Noah Mowell. Trying to get the ball to Gable. He has done so now, guarded by Ben Anderson toughly. Here goes Gable. Almost traveled, kept the pivot foot, and the skip pass over here to Pickering, who's got it on the right wing, guarded by Lucas off the bench. Back to Gable. Gable with a couple of ball fakes, gets the ball to the high post with Caleb Smith. Turnaround jumper missed. Off of the side of the backboard, and the rebound down with Max Bauer. 12:05 to go first half on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Bauer's got it now, triggers a pass over to Sam Lucas. Lucas nearly lost it and is at the high post, kicks it over to Anderson. Anderson wants another triple. This one's tipped around, and the rebound secured by Jace Gable. And Gable into the front court. Gets it to the near side with Pickering. Pickering over here to Smith. Smith to the high post. Shot fake there, and the skip pass is lobbed over to Gable again, and Jace Gable being hounded by Lucas. Sam Lucas now switches off onto Pickering. Pickering, oh, sweet move by Pickering, and he goes down the paint. The offensive foul called there, and that is number 2 on Ethan Pickering. And so Pickering's first foul was on that awkwardly situated play earlier on, and now his second one is a player control foul. And Springs will have an opportunity to build on what is a 10-point lead. Ticking under towards 11 minutes on this possession. Here's Max Bauer, hands off to Ben Baker. Baker down the left side, Euro steps through, almost traveled, but is able to sneak a bounce pass through to the far side, and it wasn't handled by Pendowski, so it'll be an underneath inbounds pass here for Springs. By the way, Luke Schwartz in for his first action for the Ledgers with 11:09 to play first half. And if I had misspoken before, it's Jace Gable for Campbellsport. Here is Bauer. Nice cut from Baker. Baker's got it. Shovels it to the corner. 3 on the way for Lucas. Missed it. A little bit strong again. This time for Sam Lucas, the 3. So after four of their first 5 3 balls go down for Springs. Their last couple have not been good. This is a turnover for Campbellsport. It's Caleb Smith not able to corral it in the corner. So a little sloppy the last minute and a half or so from both of these teams. And Baker's got it now for the Ledgers down in the corner offensively. Schwartz hands off to Lucas. Sam Lucas back to Ben Baker. And Baker's being pressured this time from Caleb Smith. Anderson wants another triple. This comes up short. And Luke Schwartz able to tip it out. And then Anderson picks up a foul here in the scramble. He fouls Pendowski. And I believe this will be number 2 on Ben Anderson as well. It is number 2 for Ben Anderson. He's going to stay out there. Third team foul for Springs. So both players, incidentally, that were involved in that weird exchange, they've both got 2 fouls now. Here is Smith. Smith, shot fake down the lane and leaves it up short, did Caleb Smith. It was a great move to get between a couple of Springs defenders. Not able to finish. Shot fake for Anderson. Anderson on the right side kicks it over to Lucas. Wide open for 3. And it was a good closeout that time from Caleb Smith with the high hands. And I think it was going to be blocked, and that's why Lucas tried to shovel the ball to Anderson, who was already cutting to the hoop, trying to get an offensive rebound. So turnover for Springs. 10 minutes and 4 seconds left in this first half on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. And Gable will walk the ball across the Ledger logo into the front court. On the far side, this is Williker. Bounces to Pendowski. Pendowski down to the corner with Gable. Gable almost poked away from Baker there and gets the ball back out here to Gonering. Gonering down underneath. That's tipped away, and that's the length of Sam Lucas. That is so tough. Tonight's game powered in part by Willsport, sports lighting and control systems made right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. To get started upgrading your outdoor or indoor sports venue, visit www.willbrands.com. And John Kuhn gets his hand in a passing lane this time, not able to quite steal it. Goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Cougars. 9.5 minutes to play first half. Smith's got it this time. Back out to Gable. Nice set that time from the Cougars. Offensive rebound, Gonering. Not able to get it to go. And the rebound is tipped from Lucas to Baker. Baker's going to run the point on the break. Down the left side. Up with the scoop. Can't get it to go. Beautiful move and a good scoop shot from Ben Baker, who's hustling back, trying to get in front of Gable. Gable looks to the corner, finds Smith. Back out here with the 3 ball. Got it here with Williker. Mason Williker is up to 5 points, and the lead for Springs down to 7. Here is Kuhn, lobs underneath Noah Mowell. Nice catch from Noah Mowell, good seal, and he finishes at the rim. Mowell's got 5 of his own, 19-10. So a little bit better flow to this game. Certainly the way that Springs would probably want this played as opposed to Campbellsport. Here goes Gable, left it up short. Good pressure from Baker. He's got the rebound. Up ahead, John Kuhn, right side. Kuhn saves it to Mowell. Mowell with a little floater. Awkward-looking jump shot, but Mowell got it to go. He's got 7 early ones for Springs. Had 20 first-half points on Friday and then scored just 2 in the second as the Ledgers struggled with the zone of the Vikings from WLA. Here goes Gonering, who just puts his head down, able to get to the rim, and a foul is on the floor before Gonering able to put that one back in. Ben Baker didn't stand much of a chance. And, it wasn't on Ben Baker. He was the man who was first tasked with trying to stop Gonering underneath, but the foul ends up getting called on Sam Lucas, who takes his seat. Caden Pitts back on the floor for Springs, whose lead is back out to 11. At its largest, Springs' lead was 12. Here is Gonering in the corner, pressured by Krusik. Good job there. This is tipped away by Mowell out top of the key. And Mowell throws it down. We'll call that a dunk, sure. Noah Mowell able to fire it down on the other end. Saw that a couple of times from Emmett Hune on the JV side of things. Here's a 3 from Smith. He's got his second triple of the first half for Caleb Smith. It's a full timeout here for the Cougars, and we are going to take it with them. We're back with more after this.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 976 East Johnson Street. Patrick Elistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses, located at 68 North Main Street. And Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
Back here at Hutter Gymnasium, high school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com, presented by these 4 Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors. Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. 10-point lead for Springs out of the timeout that was called by Campbellsport, and a full timeout taken from Coach Elliott. So Baker's into the front court here. Baker hit a couple of early threes. He's got 6 points to lead. Check that, Noah Mowell up to 9 points to lead things for Springs. Here's Caden Pitts, a good catch on a really good entry pass from John Kuhn, and on the rebound it's tipped out by the Cougars. So another chance here for Springs, and on that one, Caden Pitts came up a little gimpy, and he's going to head over to the bench. And before the game, there was already a question of if he was going to start, and now he comes out for Sam Lucas. Lucas has the ball down in the corner, lobs it down to John Kuhn, and Kuhn from Lucas, count the basket, and the foul. John Kuhn to the free throw line for 1. And a strong finish from John Kuhn, 25-13, back to a 13-point, check that, a 12-point advantage for the Ledgers here in the first half. And Kuhn's and one opportunity looked a little bit too strong, and it is too strong for John Kuhn. So missed the opportunity on the and one, but gave Springs its largest lead of the game here with 12 points. And this one's tipped away. Mowell tipped it to Kuhn. Nice bounce pass up ahead to Ben Baker. Baker on the right side. Ben Baker finishes at the rim. And that was a beautiful break that time. It was tipped from Mowell, deflected to the hands of Kuhn. Kuhn snapped a bounce pass to Baker, who finished at the rim. Baker's got 8 points here in the first half, 27-13. 14-point lead for the Ledgers, who are pressuring all over the place on the defensive side of the floor. They have certainly been able to speed up Campbellsport. Here's a triple. Good from the corner. And we mentioned the sharpshooters that play for Campbellsport, and they're going to have to make some threes if they were going to stay in this thing. And there's a turnover as well for Kuhn, who just had that slip out of his hands on the dribble drive. So it's an 11-point Springs lead. A chance here for Gable looking down to the corner. This one's stolen away. It was tipped by Krusik. Kuhn's got it here, fires it up over his shoulder, and a travel before the foul. And Kuhn is limping into the backcourt now, and he's going to be replaced by Ben Anderson. So a couple of Springs players have left the floor. First Pitts and now John Kuhn, who will get the expert treatment from Tyler Schwartz over in the corner. And also into the game, Baker is going to leave as well. Baker looks fine, that was just normal rotation, I believe. And Jack Holtzman into the game for his first action here tonight for Springs. Down in the corner, this is Pendowski. Pendowski working against Jack Holtzman, gets the ball out to Gonering. Gonering has a tough draw here tonight. He's had to deal with Pitts and Mowell. Here on the drive, this is Bong. Bong bounce passes it out, and it's out of bounds before Williker can save it. 5:57 to go here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll have our Holiday Automotive halftime show. Stick around for that. Taco Bell trivia. Win some Taco Bell, and another turnover for Springs. This one is through the hands of Sam Lucas on the pass from Ben Anderson. So not the cleanest first half for Springs. Still up double figures and could clean some things up here in the second half. And a travel here in the corner, this time from Williker. So both ways certainly feel like they have left something out there. Both teams have hit 4 threes in this first half. Both teams have gone to the free throw line twice. So Springs just doing a little bit better from the field, which has been the case for Campbellsport this year. A pretty good three-point shooting team, but not good from two-point range by any stretch in this on this season. Here's an entry pass, a tough one, brought down by Noah Mowell, and Mowell finishes underneath. Mowell skied for that one, pulled it down with the big right paw and able to finish. Mowell's into double figures already. He's got 11 here in this first half. Anderson blew a tire there, lost his shoe. Anderson's holding his shoe in one hand, holding the ball in another, and he's fouled by Gonering. And it's going to be Springs basketball. Well, tell me if you've ever seen that. Ben Anderson grabbed his shoe off the floor. Here comes Baker back into the game. Had his shoe underneath his arm and caught the pass. That was a heck of a play from Ben Anderson. Wow. Stayed with it. And by the way, that's number 2 on Gonering as well. So both Pickering and Gonering playing with 2 fouls. Pickering not in the game right now, but he has a couple. And Anderson with a nice play there. And as I mentioned, he was replaced by Ben Baker, who's got the ball right now with a 13-point Springs lead. Baker cuts through. Here is Lucas. That one is tipped away and saved. Nice play by Pendowski, able to keep it in. Ends up here with Bong, who misses it short. And the rebound is going to be a team rebound for Springs as it goes out of bounds and turns back over. Bauer back in, replaces Krusik. Bong is one of those three-point shooters. He shoots it at a 32% clip. So he's one of the ones you got to watch out for. So are Williker and Smith. Actually hit a couple of threes so far tonight. He's not a 30% shooter. Here's another turnover. And another turnover. Right back to Noah Mowell. Mowell on the left side, and Mowell's fouled at the rim. So a turnover there for Campbellsport, and then they turn it right back over as Noah Mowell was wise to the situation, and he's to the free throw line here. And as he does, we'll hear from this sponsor.
Gas prices, home expenses, education. Will those costs always go up? Probably. At Winnebago Lutheran Academy, we can help you with one of them. We are a part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program, a program which enables qualifying families to receive a quality Christian education at no cost. That's right, zero tuition if you qualify. To learn more, visit WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
Back here at Hutter Gymnasium, and 1 for 2 from the free throw line for Noah Mowell, and it's now a 14-point lead is the largest for Springs, and able to force a quick shot by Campbellsport, and here come the Ledgers yet again with Baker. Fires it down to Mowell. Top of the key between the circles with Bauer. Bauer to Lucas. And Baker's going to slow this thing down. He's going to be trapped, though, near half court. Steps through the trap. Gets it down to Lucas. And a timeout for Coach Krieger. And we'll take the timeout with him. It's a 14-point lead for Springs. 30 seconds back after this.
Winfield Homes is a locally owned custom home building company of over 25 years that prides itself on great service, high quality, and providing the best building experience possible.
I wasn't.
Owners Jim Boudry and Jason Zellner
are
there for you every step of the way to ensure that your new home is built just the way you've dreamed it to be. With the same passion that they have for their clients' homes, Jim and Jason are proud supporters of and are personally involved in youth sports programs and are truly committed to their success. Winfield Homes wishes you all the best of luck this season.
So a timeout there from Coach Krieger, a 30-second timeout, as Baker was trapped there. And it was a good job by Ben Baker to step through the trap and get the ball to Sam Lucas. They might have had something on the back end of that, but better safe than sorry, thought Coach Krieger, and just the first timeout taken from Springs. Here is Baker, good ball fake, gets the ball to Max Bauer, who does the same thing. Good ball fakes here to avoid the traps. Lucas kicks it out. Baker, shot fake there. Bauer with the shot fake. He drives on the left side of the paint. Now the skip pass out to Baker. Right wing, 3 on the way, a little bit short. Rebound tipped around by Holtzman, and it stays with Springs. Lucas has it. Bounces down underneath. And careful now. I think we're going to get a technical foul here from Coach Elliott. Nope, just a warning. And 2 claps after the warning is a technical foul for Coach Elliott. They warned him, and then he clapped a couple of times, and that was that. So Noah Mowell will step to the charity stripe for a pair of technical free throws and trying to build on what is a 14-point lead. Mowell's a 76% free throw shooter, and that one comes up well short. And Mowell one more time. This one looks better, and it is, from Noah Mowell. So he's 2 for 4, and by his lofty standards, slow start here from the free throw line for Noah Mowell. But all things considered, he's up to 13 points. So I think Noah Mowell will take that for a first half of production. But he'll tell you got to have that second half too. Here's a skip pass from Ben Baker. John Kuhn's back into the game. Can he hit a 3? He can. John Kuhn hits Springs' 5th 3 of the first half, and they brought their shooting arms tonight, or shooting eyes, or shooting whatever, as Coach Krieger said in the pregame. And it's nearly a 20-point lead. 18 as it stands right now. Here's Gonerich. And this is picked off. It's Jack Holtzman into a passing lane, and he finishes at the rim. Holtzman's first points of the night, and he anticipated like a cornerback that was looking off reading the eyes of a quarterback there, and picked it off, went straight to the house. 36-16 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Now Lucas pokes it away, and Holtzman gets the steal. Lucas up ahead, and he finishes at the rim. It's going to be a timeout for Campbellsport as Sam Lucas hits his first bucket of the night. It's a 22-point game. Timeout, and we're back after this.
Winfield Homes is a locally owned custom home building company of over 25 years that prides itself on great service, high quality, and providing the best building experience possible. Owners Jim Boudry and Jason Zellner are there for you every step of the way to ensure that your new home is built just the way you've dreamed it to be. With the same passion that they have for their clients' homes, Jim and Jason are proud supporters of and are personally involved in youth sports programs and are truly committed to their success. Winfield Homes wishes you all the best of luck this season.
Come on. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, come on, Tony. Come on. Come on. Yeah, come on. Come on. Yeah. Good boy. Come here. Come on.
Jackson, are you going to come over here?
Back here at Hutter Gymnasium, finishing out this first half, 2:35 to go in this first half between Springs and Campbellsport. 38-16 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. And Campbellsport will key things in here, and it'll be Gable to bring the ball into the front court for the Cougars. And underneath, Pickering fouled by Holtzman. And he'll head to the free throw line. If you're a Wisconsin Badger fan, big border battle game going on. I just got word that the Badgers two-point win over there. That's a big one on the road. Doesn't really matter what the teams are like. You know, it's a rival. It's like Friday night, the Springs and WLA. You know, those games. It doesn't really matter what the record is or how the teams are playing, but you got to come up or you got to show up, especially on the road in those games. Pickering is 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He hasn't gotten anything going other than from the charity stripe, and Coach Krieger will like that for Springs for sure. Here's Sam Lucas, bounces down to Holtzman, into the corner with John Kuhn. Kuhn makes the drive on the baseline, out to Lucas. Better patience this time from Springs. And here's Kuhn in the other corner, right corner three, missed it, a little bit off to the right. And skying for the rebound is Ethan Pickering. That was a big boy rebound from Pickering. Driving on the left side, up with the floater, no good. Rebound tipped around, last touched by Gonering, and it's back over with the Ledgers. Still a 20-point advantage for Springs, who are, this offensive output is, that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Springs after the second half that they had against WLA the other night, for sure. Baker's got it now, a couple of ball fakes. Lobs it back over to Sam Lucas. Lucas back to Baker. Baker lobs it down to John Kuhn. No look pass is a dangerous one, and he's lucky that Bong was standing out of bounds, and it stays with the Ledgers. He was trying to find Noah Mowell on a sweet no-look pass, but they're only sweet if you complete them. And that one was not. Here's Baker. Gets it into Kuhn. Kuhn looks underneath to Sam Lucas. Trapped in the corner, able to dribble out of it. Baker's got it now. Nice skip pass and a good cut in from Kuhn to Mowell. Missed it. Offensive rebound. Nice job, Jack Holtzman on the glass for Springs. Tipped that ball back to Noah Mowell, and Mowell's up to 15 first half points. 40-18 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. This is back-to-back 40-plus point halves for Springs in their last couple of games. This is tipped around. Pickering can't buy a field goal, yet to have one here tonight. Only 4 points coming from the free throw line. Here's Holtzman in the corner, out to Baker. Pass fake there, good ball fake from Baker. Bounces down here, dangerous pass to Holtzman. Back out to Baker. Can they make the extra man count? Down to Lucas, 3 ball on the way. Sam Lucas hits the triple from the right corner. 43-18, 25-point lead for Springs. It's their 6th first half three after, I think, 3. I'll break out that score sheet at halftime, but they have hit more threes in the first half here tonight than they did all game against WLA. Last 15 seconds of this first half, which Springs has dominated. Pickering had to sit out with a couple of fouls early. Here's a Holtzman steal. Jack Holtzman has gotten quite a few deflections in this half, and he's going to get an offensive foul here as he plowed over Owen Bong. And just the 6th team foul on the Ledgers. Not a ton of fouls here in this first half. Relatively well played game. Here is Pickering. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. He's going to stop, pop from 3, misses it short. And that's going to do it here for this first half of action. At halftime, Springs leads it 43-18 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. 15 points from Noah Mowell in that first half to lead it, and he was helped out in a big way from his cast of characters. And meanwhile, defensively, Springs got it done. Holding the leading scorer for Campbellsport is Caleb Smith off the bench. with 6 points. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. Halftime show brought to you by Holiday Automotive. That comes up right after this. Stay with us.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
When you can't find answers to your recurring health challenges, it can feel like your health and your future are being held hostage. The Wellness Way is a network of health restoration clinics that think and act differently to solve the health challenges others can't. Here, we disrupt the standard approach to care through a combination of testing, individual plans, and one-on-one guidance, putting your health and your future where they belong, in your own hands.
Drive confidently this winter in a new Chevy, Buick, GMC, or GM certified pre-owned model. Connect with Holiday for enticing offers like rates as low as 1.9%, plus generous bonus cash and deferred payments on Buick favorites. Get more for your trade and experience award-winning guest care. Visit our accessory showroom for the gear, add-ons, and expertise to customize your vehicle.
Come be our guest and let your new year shine bright.
Find yours and discover the difference at Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac.
Marco, the name our area trusts for all things related to your tax return. For over 60 years, our community has trusted the Marco Tax Service at 43 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac.
Monthly payments, due dates, late fees, debt can feel overwhelming, and it can be hard to keep up. But it's a new year, which means a fresh start. If you're ready to hit reset, a debt consolidation loan may be right for you. Instead of having to keep track of separate balances, due dates, and lenders, you can make a single payment each month to hit all of your debt. At Fond du Lac Credit Union, we believe settling your debts doesn't have to be complicated. Get a fresh start by visiting FDLCU.com or stop in today.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Hi, I'm Brock Rademan with the Rademan Stone and Landscape Company. As the first member of our 4th generation family-owned business, I'm proud to carry on the tradition of providing quality stone products to Fond du Lac and the surrounding areas. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Whether building or remodeling, veneer stone can add a natural look and feel to your home. Our natural stone is available in many different textures, sizes, colors, and cuts. Stop out at Rademan's and see our indoor-outdoor stone displays, or like us on Facebook to see some finished projects. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
Back here at Hutter Gymnasium, and just about it. Well, it's a loud cheer. No one stood up. I was going to say a standing ovation for the dance team, but never mind. Let's give you some halftime statistics here. Holiday Automotive brings you the halftime highlights. Holiday, it's worth the trip. And starting with some statistics here for Campbellsport. Not much for the Cougars there in the first half. Owen Bong had 3 points, 4 for Ethan Pickering, 5 for Mason Williker, and 6 for Caleb Smith. That's it for Campbellsport. The Cougars, 18 first half points, and they were nearly outscored by Noah Mowell. He had 15 by himself there in the first half. 2 points for Jack Holtzman, 5 for Sam Lucas, 6 for Ben Anderson, 7 for John Kuhn, and 8 for Ben Baker. So Springs got it going there in that first half. 43 first half points. There you go. And a dominant first half at that for Springs with the 25-point lead. Taco Bell. Order your favorite Taco Bell menu items online. Pick them up at the drive-thru at any Taco Bell Fond du Lac locations. Taco Bell, Live Moss. Taco Bell trivia this week. Email us at rpvideosports@gmail.com, rpvideosports@gmail.com. Tell us, who was the Flyway Player of the Year last season? Here's your hint. It was one of these two teams. He played for them. Okay, and there were a lot of players that you could choose from these two teams. Campbellsport had a veteran-laden team, although some people thought maybe Addison Middlestat, who was the conference's scoring champion a season ago, maybe should have been the player of the year, but now it was someone from one of these two teams. You had a couple of players from Springs that were very deserving, a couple of players from Campbellsport, one in particular that was very deserving. So there you go. rpvideosports@gmail.com, and email us and let us know if you know the answer to that question. rpvideosports@gmail.com. Who was the Flyway Conference Player of the Year a season ago? I could have asked you who are all of the first teamers, but maybe that's a little tough. So we'll keep it simple here for this Taco Bell trivia question. And I think that is a simple one if you pay attention to the Flyway Conference and you know you'll know the name as soon as I say it. And he was a tremendous, tremendous player in the conference over quite a stretch of time. So there you go. Again, first half, 43-18 here at halftime between Springs and Campbellsport. Let's take a timeout. When we come back, we will just about be ready to roll here for second half of action. And we'll keep that open, so email us, rpvideosports@gmail.com, when you figure out that halftime Taco Bell trivia. Back after this. Stay with us on Radio Plus Info.
What can I do for you, man?
You know what? Really craving nacho fries. You guys got any of those?
Ads are working.
I don't know what you're talking about. What ads?
Oh, like all the pictures I put over here in your bedroom. Oh, I put that there. See you later, man.
Hi, this is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. As an estimator, moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. It's all of your goods on the move or in storage, and you want it cared for, whether it's moving their business, building a new home, moving out of state, moving across town. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac, making your move and storage of goods simple. Guess what? We are hiring at Dufresne Moving and Storage for labor and driving positions. Stop in at 800 Morris Street for an application and interview. Stop now.
Hey, I'm Jeff Cornelli. I'm the owner of Tavern on the Avenue, Bob's on the Avenue, Just Love Coffee on the Avenue. Just Love Coffee is a franchise out of Nashville, Tennessee. We actually interviewed 30 different people, and these people are above and beyond better than anybody else. 90% of the money that is made in the coffee shop is donated to charities. There's nothing in Fond du Lac like this business. It's very upscale, it's family oriented. We got kids games, the kids can play their games, the families can come here at birthday parties and have coffee at the same time.
Here at International Paper, I've gotten much more experience than I have elsewhere. I've seen more in the field than I have anywhere else.
I started from the bottom and I've worked my way up. The people's what make it great. Nobody wants to see anybody fail.
You want a job to where you can display your skills, they can be valued, you can move forward based off your own ability and your ability to learn more. That's IP.
Since the beginning, your curious mind and imagination have guided you, where tools and technology helped you discover the world. At Moraine Park Technical College, you will train on industry-leading machines blended with hands-on learning. World-class instructors will help you shape and design your future in manufacturing. Homegrown, life-ready. Moraine Park Technical College.
At Camera Casino, we are making magic happen.
If you have a lot of slides sitting at home, we can magically put them on a CD for you. Need a different lens? We can fix that.
If you need something to carry all of your equipment, watch this. Oh, sometimes smaller is better.
Whether you're looking for cameras, tripods, or accessories, Camera Casino can make magic happen for you.
Second half of action coming at you right now here on Radio Plus. Here from Hutter Gymnasium, a 25-point lead for Springs. Let's give you some unofficial scores. I got a live stream pulled up here. Amro is leading Laconia. That's a big one at the top of the Flyway Conference. Amro, undefeated, has not lost in the conference. They lead Laconia at home by 8 points, so a close game in that one. Not sure how much time's left in that one, but it is in the second half. WLA has unofficially a 20-plus point lead with a couple of minutes left against North Fond du Lac, and a halftime score of more than 20-point lead for Lamira as well over Mayville. So only one tight game in the Flyway here tonight, and it's between Laconia and Amro. Here's the 1-3-1 that we heard Coach Krieger talk about pregame with Campbellsport. Also of note, starters out there for Springs, but no Caden Pitts. Here's a Krusik 3, missed it. Offensive rebound. Good positioning by Noah Mowell, and it's poked away almost into the backcourt, and Krusik able to save it. Thought he might have been in the backcourt that time, but was not judged to be so. Here's a nice bounce pass into Lucas, down to the corner with Kuhn. Skip pass here to the right wing. 3-ball on the way for Baker. Missed it. Offensive rebound again. It's too easy for Noah Mowell. He is a load inside. He's 6'3", 220, and he is, the leverage. You hear Coach Krieger talk about last year's class was basketball players first, football players second. Maybe some of these guys are football players first. You can see it with Noah Mowell. He just knows how to use his leverage underneath to get offensive rebounds. And Mowell, oh my, having himself a whale of a game. 3 points the old-fashioned way there, and he's up to 18 points on the night. And Spring's going to get some work here on a full-court press as they are up 28 points. And just maybe work on this as they head into, as I mentioned, some important, impactful games in the second half of the conference season. Try to get some momentum headed toward the postseason as well. And Lucas is guarding Pickering tightly here. Pickering hands off to Pendowski, who's near midcourt, and Lucas will stay right there with Pendowski. Bounce pass underneath, and Baker's got a steal, and he saves it right in front of the Campbellsport bench. Back out here to Lucas, down to Kuhn. Mowell touches it, gets it to the corner. With the post touch, no. Krusik looked like it was going to go down. Baker gets another steal and throws it up ahead, to John Kuhn. Kuhn's got his first bucket of the second half, and he's got 9 on the night. It's a 30-point Ledger lead here with 16 and a half minutes to go in the ballgame. Over on the far side with Emmett Gonering. He's going to drive right side up with the shot fake. Poked away. And Lucas has it. I think it was Baker with another deflection. No-look pass from Ben Baker to John Kuhn. Kuhn's up to 11. The second Ledger into double figures. And a sweet pass from the sophomore Ben Baker. No look. And John Kuhn appreciative of that one. Here is Pickering. Guarded by John Kuhn. Pickering, good ball fake. Gets to the middle of the paint, kicks it down to the corner with Williker. Williker on the drive, up with the floater, good. Mason Williker is now the leading scorer for Campbellsport. He's got 7. Here is Mowell in transition. Noah Mowell missed it. Rebound down. Nice strong board from Pendowski. And the Cougars will have it again. 50-20 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. And on the near side, this is Caleb Smith. And a 3-ball, no. Going to get a foul underneath. And the foul is on Pendowski on, I would assume, an illegal screen. I missed that one. That was right out of the corner of my eye. I saw the whistle blown and point the other direction. So 15:26 to go in the game, and Pendowski picks up his first personal foul. Krusik's got it now for Springs, who lead by 30. No, that's a dangerous pass tipped away, and a good deflection there from Braden Booty. And up ahead, here comes Campbellsport, and Pickering, again, just can't get anything to go. Mowell gets it up ahead to John Kuhn, and Kuhn is having himself a nice couple of minutes to start here the second half. He's got 6 quick ones, and Springs is in cruise control right now, although it doesn't look like it. They're going to keep the foot on the gas pedal, and they want to wash out the bad taste that Friday put in their mouth, especially from the second half standpoint. Foul here on the drive is on Ben Baker, and just number 1 on Baker, and bring in a couple of more subs for Springs. Bauer and Anderson return, and they replace Krusik and Baker. Pickering will be the trigger man for Campbellsport. He'll throw it in here to Williker, and Williker nearly had it batted away from Ben Anderson. Anderson so far tonight, 6 points for the Ledgers. Here's Pickering, short corner jumper, missed it again. He just can't buy one tonight. Talking about Ethan Pickering. He had the fouls early that maybe took him a little bit out of his game. Here is Luke Schwartz. Schwartz underneath. It was a great feed from Bauer. Bauer, looked like he was back out on the football field, although he can't throw it to Luke Schwartz on the football field. That's illegal touching, but the vision from the quarterback there. Here's a nice take, and the floater from Williker missed it short. Here's Anderson. Anderson down to the corner. Mowell, 3-ball. Got it! Noah Mowell has eclipsed the 20-point mark for the second straight game. He's got 21 for the Ledgers, and it's a 37-point lead now for Springs as they continue to pour it on. Spinning middle of the paint, Pickering. There you go, Ethan Pickering. He's gonna keep operating. He's a talented guy, the senior. Anderson, skip down to the corner with Mowell. Mowell thought about a cross-court pass, then thought better of it, and it ends up with John Kuhn in the corner. Ben Anderson could have gotten it to Luke Schwartz, but a good job to stay patient, and that's tipped out of bounds by Luke Pendowski. 57-22 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. 13.5 minutes left in this one. And it will be John Kuhn to throw it in here, and Mowell comes straight to him. Instead he goes to Bauer. Bauer, ball fake, down to Kuhn in the corner. Back out to Max Bauer. High post with Noah Mowell. Mowell out to Anderson. He wants a triple. Missed it long. Rebound down with John Kuhn, who shovels it to Mowell. Back to Anderson. Anderson drives baseline. Had it poked away. Ends up with Bauer on the left wing. Bauer back to Mowell. And another 3 this time for Anderson. This one's good. Ben Anderson up to 9 points. 30-second timeout for the Cougars. We'll take it with them. Springs leads by 38. Stay with us.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life. Sargento.
Back here at Hutter, and look out now. Amro on the ropes at this point. 58-56. It's a 2-point game between they and Laconia. And that would be a big one at the top of the flyway. Laconia actually just tied it up at 58 between them and Amro. So that's a big one happening elsewhere in the flyway. Here, it's a 38-point lead for Springs. And spinning, Gable poked away from behind John Kuhn. Gable's able to recollect and shovels it. Good play. Resourceful there from Gable to shovel it back to Bong and recollect. Gable will reset here near half court, and he's guarded by Noah Mowell. Mowell with a game-high 21 points to this point. And here is Caleb Smith. Smith, offensive foul. Pushed off Max Bauer, and it's the third team foul on the Cougars. And Campbellsport will put on the full court press. Just the first foul that time for the night for Smith. Here's Anderson. Ben Anderson fouled in the backcourt once again by Caleb Smith, and that'll be 2 in about a span of 3 seconds for Caleb Smith.
Cougars number 1, Caleb Smith, his second, team's fourth.
As I mentioned, this has got to be exactly how you draw it up if you can for Coach Krieger. That's a dangerous pass from Bauer, and this one did not find Noah Mowell. Asking a little bit too much of Noah Mowell there. And here's a triple. Missed from Bong, and the rebound down with Mowell. Mowell, the third leading rebounder in the conference, behind Jake Bresky from Lamira and Keenan Ron, one of the best players in the flyway. We'll see. It's going to be a tough one to decide who do you give the flyway player of the year to this year. By the way, no one has answered my halftime trivia question, who was last year's. Give you a hint. He was a walking double-double, and he played for Campbellsport. There you go. There is your there's your only hint. If you don't get it based off of that, you don't deserve the Taco Bell. There you go. I said it. 38-point lead for Springs. 60-22 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Shot fake from Pickering. He's guarded by John Kuhn. Nice backdoor cut from Bong. Instead, Pickering goes to Gable. Gable shovels it underneath, and Booty couldn't handle it. Braden Booty getting some more work off the bench here for Campbellsport in this second half. And under 12 minutes to play in this one. Tyler Hoffman into the game, by the way, for Springs. And going to get a foul in the backcourt. It's the third foul picked up in quick succession for Caleb Smith. So Hoffman will throw it in again for Springs. Kuhn and Mowell still down in the front court for Springs. If they're able to break the press, they got their two guys, and I think Ben Anderson sees it right now. We'll see if he triggers one over here to John Kuhn. Able to get through the trap. He's up ahead. Kuhn throws it up. Mowell, good job to bring it down. Kicks it out to Hoffman. Shot fake with Anderson. Did see an alley-oop in the JV1 game. Not that time for Noah Mowell. Wasn't feeling it. Nice take, John Kuhn. And Kuhn has 8 second-half points. He's up to 15, and he'll have a chance at 16 from the stripe. A 62% free throw shooter to the line for the Ledgers, who lead by 40 now. And the free throw for Kuhn comes up short, front iron. Luke Schwartz tips it out, and he saves it. Kuhn's over 2 from the free throw line. Who cares, says the Springs fans. Ben Anderson hits his third three of the night. He's got a dozen. He's got an old-fashioned three-point play and 3 other threes to get to his 12 for tonight. Here is Bong, hounded, fouled by Hoffman. Hoffman got his arm in there and proverbial hand caught in the cookie jar. Picks up a foul. 65-22 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard, under 11 minutes to play. We'll get you, hopefully we'll be able to get you final scores from around the conference as we go manage our way through the final 10 and a half minutes or so of this one. Then we'll have our post-game show as well, so don't go anywhere. We'll get you caught up around the conference and be able to talk to maybe a couple of the Springs players as well. Maybe Coach Krieger, we'll see. Down to the corner, here's a Ben Anderson three. Oh, he's feeling it now. Ben Anderson, he loves a game against the Cougars. He had 11 the first time these two played. He's up to 15 this time. Here's a drive, baseline, Bong, floater, missed it. And the rebound down with Luke Schwartz, and Campbellsport just can't get anything going right now. John Kuhn down in the corner uses a Mowell screen. Mowell then slips to the hoop. Instead, Kuhn back out to Anderson. Dangerous pass is corralled by Hoffman, who gets it over to Kuhn. Underneath to Luke Schwartz. Schwartz has it poked away from behind. And that was a nice play underneath by Braden Booty, able to force the steal. Here is, let's see, this is Gable. Down to Booty, corner three, missed it. And a rebound. And not much fighting having to be done underneath to get the rebounds right now for Noah Mowell. Here is Hoffman, fouled, and Hoffman will go to the free throw line. I think it was Bong that got in his hand on that one, and we'll hear from these sponsors.
You dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops, with most installed by next week and completed in just one day. And because we fabricate our countertops in-house, you can buy direct and save money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Hoffman 0 for 2 from the free throw line, and the Cougars back the other way in the front court. This is Gable. Gable drives, spins, pretty move, scoops it up and missed it just short off the glass. That was a nice move from Gable. Couldn't get it paid off at the rim. Baker's got it on the left wing. Hoffman between the circles. Tyler Hoffman drives it. Now back out here to Braden Freund. Hoffman catches again in the corner. Tyler Hoffman, good strong take. He's fouled again. This time it's Ethan Pickering who picks up the foul, the 8th team foul on the Cougars. And we'll hear again from our fine sponsors.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
By my count, 5 for 12 for the Ledgers back here at Hutter, and a travel on Pickering here in the front court. Yeah, you always got to look for things, right? That's all the good coaches do, and Coach Krieger is one of the all-time greats for sure. And 5 for 12 from the free throw line, I don't think is what Coach Krieger is looking for. So there's a learning point, and maybe you got to dig a little bit further for them when you're in a 69-22 game. Here is Freund down to Mowell. Touch pass out to Hoffman. Freund's got it again. Kicked it out to Mowell. Good shot fake from Noah Mowell. Hoffman catches, shot fake, drives baseline, bumped, and going to have a bonus free throw, 1-and-1, come up here, and it will be Tyler Hoffman, who is 1 for 4 from the charity stripe here tonight. We're going to see Jack Holtzman come on back into the game, and just a frustrating night tonight for Coach Elliott and his crew. Is early on, we were playing right with Springs and just could not get some things to fall, and certainly Springs had it tonight, and when they got it, they are a tough team. Hoffman misses that one, so he's 1 for 5 here tonight from the free throw line. 7.5 minutes to go on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Springs up by a bunch. Here's a triple from the corner, comes up short. That was Noah Bob, who suits up for varsity, also plays for the JVs as well, so some good varsity experience for him in this one. Holtzman's got it down in the corner, looking underneath to Frankie Everson, and instead going to go to Freund here. Braden Freund kicks it out top of the key. Holtzman, Jack Holtzman on the right side, kicks it back out. Hoffman's going to stay aggressive. Good drive. Freund, corner, 3 on the way. Missed it short. Holtzman, another offensive board. I'll tell you what, he's got several steals, a couple of offensive boards. Nice save, though. Holtzman's got another steal. And Holtzman throws it off of the leg of Gable, and it will stay with the Ledgers. Everything going right for Springs. And got the running clock for the last little bit here as Springs has eclipsed the 40-point mark. Ben Anderson lobs it into Hoffman. Hoffman's got it here, hounded by Bob. And here is Freund. Anderson down to the corner with Hoffman. Tyler Hoffman lobs it out to Holtzman. Jack Holtzman on the drive, right side, kept his pivot foot, kicked it out to Braden Freund. Freund through the bump, out to Anderson. Ben Anderson gets to the high post, shovels it underneath to Frankie Everson. Everson triggers a pass back out to Freund. Good patience here from Springs. Good possession for the Ledgers. Jack Holtzman pays it off underneath. He's got 4 points here tonight. His first points here of the second half as well. Good play by the Ledgers, and that was a great possession as well. Here is Gable. Down to the corner with Booty. Back out top of the key with Bob, who triggers it over here to Bong. Bong on the drive. Touch pass underneath is, well, through the hands of Gable. Max Bauer and Tate Schoof's going to come in. And the Ledgers bring it up here with Jack Holtzman. Holtzman to Bauer. Bauer, good ball fake that time from Bauer, and a good cut from Freund, who's got it now. Schoof's in the corner. Top of the key, Holtzman. Good jab step by Jack Holtzman. He's got it working too. That one rolls in, and everything that won't go for the Cougars is going for the Ledgers right now. 73-22, it's a 51-point lead. Here goes Gable, up with the basket, count it, and the foul. Gable to the free throw line. And let's hear from this sponsor. Rebound down is the and one opportunity that time from Gable. Not going to go. Gable, by the way, averages about 6 points per game. That was his first bucket here tonight. And there have not been many field goals to come by for the Cougars. Here's a three for Bauer. Missed it. And the rebound, that's a foul on Freund, who went over the top of a couple of different Cougars that were blocking him out. And last 4 minutes of action here. And we're going to see Jack Vander Sanden come in. So it's Schoofs, Vander Sanden, Bauer, Holtzman out there for the Ledgers along with Braden Freund. Good shot fake here. Here goes Bob down the lane, up with the floater, missed it. Good take. Vander Sanden skies for the rebound for Springs. Bauer's got it now. Drives, spins, kicks down to Holtzman. He's had a really nice game, Holtzman. More than action than we've usually seen for Jack Holtzman, but he was in there when the game was in a balance, and here it is again. He's got another steal. He's been tremendous defensively. And a timeout for Coach Krieger. He just wants to get Jack Holtzman out of the game, get him an ovation perhaps. A nice one there. We'll take the 30-second timeout with him. Back after this.
At our store, it's about the people, and it's about the experience you have from the minute you walk through our doors. It's about serving you and listening to what you came in for. It's having real conversations with people in our community, and it's giving back. It's being a one-stop shop for all your electronic, appliance, and home furniture needs. Since 1922, we've been sharing our knowledge and providing pieces that make your life just a little bit better. Silica for your home.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Team on top of the...
Back here out of the timeout at Hutter Gymnasium. Schoof's got it between the circles. Last 3 minutes of action. Here's Braden Freund. Coming up afterwards, we're going to have the Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Here's a triple. It's Tate Schoofs who hits the triple. Gets in on the action. Does Tate Schoofs. Good-looking three-point jumper. Springs has hit a ton of threes here tonight. They have hit 11 three-pointers, and they got right. Whatever they did for the shoot-around this morning, do that. Get that for the future, I think. Here's a foul on the rebound. Going to be whistled on Tyler Hoffman, and an underneath inbounds coming for the Cougars. 52-point lead. My goodness. The Ledgers got it going today. And they're going to say it was a shooting foul. So 2 shots. Thought, if anything, that was on the rebound. But here is Noah Bob. Misses the front end. And with the running clock, not much time left. Second free throw is good. But stick around with us. Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. We'll see if we can track down a player or two. Who do you choose here in this one? Here's Tyler Hoffman. Drives paint. kicks it out to Schufs. Tate Schufs tries to get baseline, not quite able to. Braden Freund, good ball movement. Ends up with Bauer. Bauer back out to Schufs, went between his legs. Schufs saves it to Hoffman. Underneath, Vander Sanden, good touch pass out to Bauer. 3-ball, good for Max Bauer. Oh my, the hot shooting continues for the Ledgers, who lead at 79-25. Again, we'll have final updates from all around the conference if we can get them. Here is another foul. It's going to be an underneath inbound play. Foul on the floor on the take from Emmett Gonering. Last minute, and with the, as I mentioned, with the running clock, that's going to go right now. And here's a lob into Gonering for the last 45 seconds. Oh, nice play underneath, and a miss there from Colin Crofts, who wasn't able to finish it. Here come the Ledgers. Vander Sanden knocked away, stays with Springs. Last 30 seconds. Just went final up at Omro. Laconia gave the Foxes a scare, but Omro survives. They've won some close ones recently. A 6-point win at WLA, and then that's a big one there tonight. They win by 4 against the Spartans. And teams like Lamira, WLA, Springs, they would have hoped that Laconia could have been the first to knock off the Foxes. Not to be. Last 5 seconds here, and Braden Freund will dribble it out. The final score here tonight is going to be 79-25. Springs holds Campbellsport to 7 second-half points and get the win here at Hutter Gymnasium. With the win, Springs 5-4 in the conference. We'll tell you more about the standings and more of our Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. That comes up right after this.
Team on top of the game for screen printing, custom awards, signage, and embroidery is Hoppers. Hopper Silk Screen and All-Star Trophy, located in the heart of Fond du Lac, can custom print to 1 shirt or 1,000. Pick from Under Armour, Gildan, Nike, and more. Choose your school for a custom one-of-a-kind look. Need banners, signage, or vehicle wrap? The team at Hoppers does it all. Hoppers Silk Screen and All-Star Trophy at the corner of Main and Merrill, Fond du Lac. Get more now at hopperware.com. That's hopperware.com.
Will Sport by Wisconsin Lighting Lab. Sports lighting and control systems made in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Will Sport, a premium sports lighting system. Factory direct application and product support, along with its full line of complete LED lighting solutions, will transform your athletic facility to the next level. Create an unforgettable fan and player experience. To get started with upgrading your outdoor or indoor sports venue, visit willbrands.com.
Real estate is something that we are doing together. We're in it together till the end. The best achievement that I can have is when the property successfully closes.
Probably the most rewarding part of my role with Addison Jones and Signature Homes is the ability to take a client from the very beginning stages of building a new home all the way down to the point where we turn the key and move them in and watch their eyes light up as they see the finished product.
Buy it, sell it, build it. That's Addison Jones.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
When you can't find answers to your recurring health challenges, it can feel like your health and your future are being held hostage. The Wellness Way is a network of health restoration clinics that think and act differently to solve the health challenges others can't. Here, we disrupt the standard approach to care through a combination of testing, individual plans, and one-on-one guidance. putting your health and your future where they belong, in your own hands.
Drive inspired this winter and beyond in a new Mazda or Mazda certified pre-owned model. Connect with Holiday for impressive selection, get more for your trade, and get in on enticing New Year's sale offers. Like this 3-row all-wheel drive Mazda CX-90 Preferred Plus now at $469 per month.
Come be our guest and say yes to award-winning hospitality.
Find yours and discover the difference at Holiday Mazda Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
High school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com, presented by these four Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors. Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones making sense of investing. Well, that was a get-right game of epic proportions there for Coach Krieger and his squad. They win at 79-25 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard, and this is the Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Looking for a loan with no hassle? They can help. Local bank, local lenders, your community, your local community bank. Fox Valley Savings Bank. And it's a win for Springs. And, well, let's get right into our BCI Burke player of the game. Log on to burkecareers.com. That's B-U-R-K-E, careers.com, and start your career with Burke today. And our player of the game, you could go any which way, but we'll go with Noah Mowell today for our BCI Burke player of the game, and we'll talk with Noah and Ben Anderson coming up here. So we'll start with Noah. Noah, come on in here. And Noah, 21 points here tonight. Had to feel good for you guys, kind of a get-right game a little bit, and you got to work on some things out there too, but just talk about the bounce back for you and your guys.
Yeah, it's been huge. We had a little struggle in between games here and there because we had so many lined up, but this was a really good game to get us back into it. We had a lot of deflections, got into steals, got into points, fast breaks. It was good for us in the end.
Deflections, I mean, I always love talking about deflections. I know Coach Krieger loves it. Is it a competition between you guys? You guys check? Is that the number one stat you guys check every morning?
It kind of is, yeah. We like to have the high on our list. We like to look for that. We like acknowledge it.
Underneath, you're really starting to shoot the ball better too. For you, what's your mindset when you go into a game? Obviously, underneath seems to be where your bread is buttered, so to speak, but you're starting to shoot the ball. I mean, that three-point percentage continues to climb for you.
Yeah, it's been better over the past few games. I've been getting the post, but now they started moving me out as a perimeter a little more, so it's a little more of a feel for me, and I just get a lot better at it.
So you're taking some lessons from this guy, right? Is that right?
I'm just gonna pass him.
There you go. We'll hand the mic off here to Ben, and Ben, you love playing against Campbellsport, I guess.
Yeah.
11 points the first time around. You got 15 here tonight.
Yep.
Did you take that here tonight? Is that what happened?
No, I had this last year.
All right, gotcha. I saw you go out there in the first half holding the face, so I wasn't sure. 15 points for you tonight. Talk about you getting back into a groove. I know you missed a couple of games there, just trying to get back into a groove offensively.
Yeah, against Elmira, came down with a concussion. Trying to build my shooting back up. Percentage has dipped since then, but starting to get into a groove. WLA not the greatest, but trying to build that percentage back up and just keep getting high percentage shots. 4 3-pointers
for you this evening. When the ball movement is like it was tonight, you guys get a lot of open looks,
Yep.
And I would imagine that percentage is going to start to creep back up for you guys, you feel like.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, we try to push the tempo a lot as we can. Our guys really do a good job of driving and kicking, getting a lot of in and out threes. That's really good for us. When we push the tempo, swinging around, just finding the open guy is a big key for us, and we're really starting to do it well tonight.
How important is starting things on the defensive side? You're a tough guy for the opposition to go against, even if the shots aren't falling.
Right. Ever since the percentage dropped, really try to focus on doing everything else. Defense has been a big key. Just trying to get ball pressure, get those deflections like you were saying with Noah. Deflections are a big part of us. We try to get those as much as we can. Just try to keep the other team playing fast and play hard defense.
Ben, appreciate it. Congratulations. Big conference win for you guys, and keep it up. There you go.
I could popped my tooth out.
We'll welcome Coach in here. Coach, I just mentioned it to them, but kind of a get-right game for you guys, and you guys were able to do that. Maybe work on a few things as well, but just thoughts on the way that your guys came out tonight, because offensively, like we said pregame, you said whatever shooting arms or eyes or whatever you got to bring, they brought them tonight.
Brought them tonight. I wish we could have used some of these last Friday, but it doesn't work that way. I thought it started all with our defense. You and I have talked about how we like to chart deflections, and we had to have a season high tonight. Guys did a real nice job being in the passing lanes, and then we defended. They like to run a lot of curl cuts into the paint, and I thought we were real solid on that. And how many did two have tonight? Pickering.
Only 6 points.
6 points.
One field goal.
All right. Yeah. So that was solid. I knew he had 4 free throws at one time, so obviously he was you know, the focal point, and we did an excellent job on him. And, we really, rebounded very well tonight as well.
It's got to be.
And they struggled offensively,
yeah.
Shooting the ball. So
it's got to be fun when you see, obviously the deflection stat is something that you care about and something that you preach. It's got to be fun to see your guys come up here. I just asked Noah about it. He said that's one of the first things he looks at when he when he finds the stats the next day. That's got to feel good for you to kind of hear your guys talking about it.
Yeah.
Like
now
that.
Is he serious, or is he looking at the point? No, I'm just kidding. No, but him and John Kuhn are 1 and 2. I can't remember which one, but those two guys are leading the pack in deflections. And then the guy I thought really set the tone defensively was Ben Baker tonight. I don't even know how many deflections he had, but he was a pain in the butt for Gable. And he didn't get steals, but his deflections led to steals. And for only a sophomore, he might be our most instinctive defender, and he does a nice job of stunting, and he doesn't overcommit, and his game should only get better, right?
Yeah. Another guy I wanted to pick out and just ask you about was, Jack Holtzman came into the game, and part of that was, it'd be easy to just say garbage time, but part of that was when the game was still in the balance. I thought defensively he provided a spark too.
Well, when you watch him play, right, there is no lack of energy, is there? He's kind of the Tasmanian devil. He loves to drive and spin, and he's all in. He's here every morning at 7 a.m. getting shots up in the gym, and with him, I'm kind of kicking myself that he didn't get in the game last Friday. But that was a bigger game, right? Big atmosphere. Sometimes coaches make mistakes. I don't know if that would have been a 14-point difference, but no, he's really been coming along this year, and he plays one half of JV. We have him 2 halves of varsity, and he's going to be a really nice player for us. Next year he'll be getting crunch time minutes every night, and right now he's just growing, but he's always 100 miles an hour, all day, every day. Doesn't matter if it's practice or a game.
High octane. 12 threes for you guys tonight. That's you guys got the shooting. You got the shooting thing figured out this evening. So.
Well, tonight we did.
There you go.
Now we'll see what next Tuesday when we host Kiel. They're doing really well this year, and we talked about their squad before the game. But no 2 games are ever the same, and a lot of times no 2 halves are the same. So
that's the way it goes.
We'll celebrate, and then we'll try to get ready for Kiel.
Coach, back over 500. Congratulations
right.
in the flyway, and best of luck next Tuesday against a really good Kiel team.
All right, thanks.
There you go. That's Coach Krieger. Appreciate him, and appreciate both Noah Mowell and Ben Anderson joining us up here. Before we take a time out, Noah Mowell was our BCI Burke Player of the Game. Let's give you our Marian University turning point in the game. Log on to marianuniversity.edu to get started today. There's nothing that really stands out in my mind in terms of one play that really started springs on this run that they were on. But halftime, 43-18. You think you have a comfortable lead. Maybe you fall asleep at the wheel. They were trying to put 2 halves together. You could tell, and they held Campbellsport to just 7 points in the second half. Final score, 79-25 here on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Let's take a timeout, final timeout. When we come back, we'll finish things up. We will whip around the flyway, give you the final scores all around there, tell you the final statistics of this one, and then we will let you know the next time you'll get to see us here on Radio Plus. Stay with us.
The youth sports, right? We support youth sports in all of our communities, sponsoring teams, booster clubs, and then really supporting the schools with some PTO activities where we'll donate to the PTOs as they need. We help sponsor a new playground for one of the schools in Fond du Lac. There's different things that we've done, and I look forward to our ability as we grow to be able to increase that exposure and that opportunity for us to give back to the communities.
Real estate is something that we are doing together. We're in it together till the end. The best achievement that I can have is when the property successfully closes.
Probably the most rewarding part of my role with Addison Jones and Signature Homes is the ability to take a client from the very beginning stages of building a new home all the way down to the point where we turn the key and move them in and watch their eyes light up as they see the finished product.
Buy it, sell it, build it. That's Addison Jones.
When you can't find answers to your recurring health challenges, it can feel like your health and your future are being held hostage. The Wellness Way is a network of health restoration clinics that think and act differently to solve the health challenges others can't. Here, we disrupt the standard approach to care through a combination of testing, individual plans, and one-on-one guidance, putting your health and your future where they belong, in your own hands.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Back here at Hutter Gymnasium one more time. Jordan King with you. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. Here it's 79-25. That's the final between Springs and Campbellsport. Want to thank Coach Krieger for joining us here post-game, as well as Ben Anderson and Noah Mowell. Mowell, our BCI Burke player of the game. Leb Insurance Group presents our final statistics. They are your MedElite partner. Your MedElite membership is a safety net that helps protect your home, family, and lifestyle. Learn more with the Leb Insurance Group. And final stats here, starting with Campbellsport. 1 point for Noah Bob, 3 for Owen Bong, 2 for Jace Gable, which is, as Coach Krieger mentioned, that just a testament to Ben Baker and his ability to shut him down tonight. Caleb Smith and Ethan Pickering both had 6 points. Mason Williker, 7 points, led things for Campbellsport. For Springs, 1 point for Tyler Hoffman, 2 for Luke Schwartz, 3 apiece for both Tate Schufts and Max Bauer. 5 points for Sam Lucas, 6 for Jack Holtzman, 8 points for Ben Baker, 15 apiece for both Ben Anderson and John Kuhn, and leading the way, our BCI Burke player of the game, Noah Mowell. There you go. Those are your final statistics brought to you by the Leb Insurance Group. Finals from around the conference, 79-25 here. Springs wins. They move to 5-4. Campbellsport falls to 1-8. Elsewhere, Omro, a big win, 76-72. 4-point win against Laconia at home. They complete the season sweep over the Spartans. Laconia falls to 5-4. Omro up to 9-0. WLA 20-point win over North Fond du Lac. They move to 8-1. North Fondy still looking for their first conference win. 0-9 on the season. And then Lamira 73-42. They're 7-2. Mayville drops to 2-7 on the season. So there you go. That's what the flyway looks like now. Springs that was their 10th win of the season. 10-6 overall, as I mentioned, 5-4. AirTech presents our next game broadcast. No matter which type of heating system you have in your home, the knowledgeable technicians at AirTech Heating can perform a timely repair if things go wrong. Go to radioplusinfo.com for our complete schedule. But just tell you, next chance you got, doubleheader, both girls and boys, Oakfield at CWC. That comes up on Thursday. And then Friday, I'll be right back up here. I'm not moving. I'll be back here Friday. WLA girls travel to the Ledge, travel up the hill, up here, take on Springs for girls basketball, 7:15 tip, 6:45 pregame show on Friday. Appreciate the guys here punching the buttons for us, and we even had the playthrough tonight. Appreciate that, running the cameras and punching the buttons, making me sound good. Appreciate those guys, and appreciate Coach Krieger. Appreciate Athletic Director Reddig, and we'll see his team coming up here on Friday night. Appreciate all our sponsors up and down the line, and we appreciate you for tuning in. Big win for the Ledgers, 79-25 the final, and you were watching on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Edward Jones Representatives in Fond du Lac, Integrity Saw and Tool, Our Chiropractic, Fondi Family Dental, Baker Cheese.
Right Way Home Improvement, Quest Interiors, Addison Jones Real Estate, Holiday Automotive, Taco Bell,
Bristol Morgan Bank, Coal, Oil and Propane, Pioneer Pit Stop, Marco Tax Service,
Pizza Ranch, the National Exchange Bank and Trust, Marine Park Technical College, Silica for your home,
Rademan Stone and Landscape, Dufresne Moving and Storage, Winfield Homes, Everson Law Office, Bob's Pizza,
AirTech, Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Musa Sheet Metal, Scotty's Auto Works, St. Mary Springs Academy, Camera Casino,
Fond du Lac Credit Union, Hopper's Silk Screen and All-Star Trophy, New Medical Center, Muthig Industries, Pino Construction,
Len's Truck Center, Fox Valley Savings, American Family Insurance Agent Brad Tagliapietra, BCI Burke, Marian University, Into the Woods Wellness, Smith Builders.
Today's game is also presented by International Paper and Will Sport. Lighting and control systems made in Fond du Lac.